The impact of economic indicators on currency values is a complex and multifaceted topic that can have significant implications for individuals, businesses, and countries. In this video, we will explore some of the key ways in which economic indicators can influence currency values, as well as some of the factors that can affect this relationship. First, it is important to understand the basics of how currency values are determined. In a free market, the value of a currency is largely determined by supply and demand. If there is a high demand for a particular currency, its value will tend to increase, while if there is a low demand, its value will tend to decrease. This demand can be influenced by a wide range of factors, including economic indicators such as GDP, inflation, and unemployment. One of the most influential economic indicators, when it comes to currency values, is gross domestic product, GDP. GDP is a measure of the total economic output of a country, and it is widely used as an indicator of the overall health and prosperity of an economy. If a country's GDP is growing at a strong rate, it can be an attractive place to do business, invest, or visit, which can lead to an increase in the demand for its currency. On the other hand, if a country's GDP is stagnant or declining, it may be less attractive to foreign investors and tourists, which can lead to a decrease in the demand for its currency. Another important economic indicator that can impact currency values is inflation. Inflation is a measure of the rate at which the general price level of goods and services is rising over time. If a country has high inflation, it can lead to a decrease in the value of its currency, as the purchasing power of the currency decreases. This can be especially problematic for countries that have large amounts of debt, as it can make it more difficult for them to repay their debts in terms of the purchasing power of their currency. On the other hand, if a country has low inflation, it can be seen as a sign of a healthy and stable economy, which can lead to an increase in the demand for its currency. Unemployment is another economic indicator that can have a significant impact on currency values. Unemployment refers to the percentage of the labor force that is not currently employed but is actively seeking work. High unemployment can be a sign of an unhealthy economy, as it can indicate a lack of economic opportunities and a lack of demand for goods and services. This can lead to a decrease in the demand for the country's currency, as foreign investors and tourists may be less likely to visit or invest in the country. On the other hand, low unemployment can be seen as a sign of a healthy and growing economy, which can lead to an increase in the demand for the country's currency. In addition to these economic indicators, there are also a number of other factors that can influence currency values. For example, political stability and government policies can play a role in the demand for a particular currency. If a country is perceived as politically stable and has favorable policies for businesses and investors, it can be an attractive place to do business, which can lead to an increase in the demand for its currency. On the other hand, if a country is perceived as politically unstable or has unfavorable policies, it may be less attractive to foreign investors and tourists, which can lead to a decrease in the demand for its currency. Another important factor that can impact currency values is the level of interest rates in a particular country. Interest rates refer to the cost of borrowing money, and they can have a significant impact on the demand for a particular currency. If a country has high interest rates, it can be an attractive place to invest, as investors can earn a higher return on their investments. This can lead to an increase in the demand for the country's currency, as foreign investors may be more likely to buy the currency in order to take advantage of the high interest rates. On the other hand, if a country has low interest rates, it may be less attractive to foreign investors, as they can earn a higher return on their investments in other countries. This can lead to a decrease in the demand for the country's currency. Another factor that can impact currency values is the level of trade between different countries. If a country has a large trade surplus, it means that it is exporting more goods and services than it is importing, which can lead to an increase in the demand for its currency. This is because foreign buyers will need to purchase the country's currency in order to pay for the goods and services that they are importing. On the other hand, if a country has a large trade deficit, it means that it is importing more goods and services than it is exporting, which can lead to a decrease in the demand for its currency. In summary, economic indicators such as GDP, inflation, and unemployment can have a significant impact on currency values, as they can influence the demand for a particular currency. Other factors such as political stability, government policies, interest rates, and trade can also play a role in the demand for a particular currency. Understanding these factors and how they interact with one another can be helpful in predicting how currency values may change over time. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.